Let's move next to, I'd love to hear from Dr. Catherine Goodwin. She's a clinical psychologist and assistant director of inclusion, culture, and well-being for the Welsh Ambulance Services over in the UK. And again, it's not just police, first responders, also frontline workers, and your work involves a bit of all that. So I'd love to hear your take, and please send a question to one of our experts.
Fabulous, thank you very much. Yeah, it was wonderful to hear your presentation, Susan. I think it's I love the concept of the small self and the impact that has on increasing our connections. As you all know, people who work in frontline services often have difficulty accessing help, asking for help, because I think they're always the people that people turn to when they want help. So thinking about how we can support them in feeling more connected, which we know increases resilience within teams and with organisations, and this feels like a really accessible way of doing that, particularly with people who often enjoy being outside doing awe-inspiring things. So I guess my question really is about how does this work with people who've experienced, and I guess it sort of reflects on some of the things you've been saying, William, on people who've had negative experience of awe. If you're trying to inspire awe in people who have experienced trauma, are you aware of any research that's looking at that, or is going to be looking at that in first responders of any type?
So I'm not quite sure, but I think that's definitely something researchers can look into in the future. I think we're finally just starting to realize how complex awe actually is, the different layers to the different emotions, and how it's, not only associated with, positive outcomes, but how it could also help people perhaps who are struggling with their mental health, like psychopathology, that sort of thing. And I think perhaps maybe finding out whether or not we can actually develop the attentional resources to access all experiences. I think that could be very beneficial to people. So that could, look like daily exercises people could do, mindfulness practices, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm really not aware of what research is out there. But I do think that it's kind of just the beginning for that line of research, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like there's lots of opportunities. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.